postseason soccer is here, or tournament soccer. It's an exciting time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for the group. They've earned this. We said to them today, it's tough to make it to the SEC. You look at the past SEC champ, and they're not playing in it. And that just goes to show you, how tough this conference is, and every game matters, every point matters, and really happy for the group. They had a great training session tonight. They're excited about the opportunity, and we play a really good Oklahoma team, scores a lot of goals, and we know it's going to be a great challenge.
I guess go more into Oklahoma. What have you seen from them this year, kind of experiencing them peripherally, not having faced them?
I think we're excited because it's someone new. Anytime you get a chance to play someone new, it's a new challenge. But, I think they've got, 6 seniors, 3 sophomores, 2 freshmen that have been in their rotation as of right now. So it's a senior-led team. They know how to win. They're experienced, but they're also hard, athletic, tough, like to put a lot of pressure on you, get balls into the box. So, it'll be a great matchup for us in terms of, can we get the ball down and look to play.
What have you seen from the players this week, responding from a tough end of the regular season, but obviously resetting?
It's funny. You look at it, and obviously there's always disappointment, with every game. But the message has always been performance over results. And the data showed actually we were statistically a lot higher against Georgia than we were against Alabama. Alabama, you get the result, everyone's flying high. Georgia, you don't, and everyone's kind of like this. And again, if it becomes outcome based, then that's not really growth mindset. And it's, again, is making sure that we're doing the things that are important to us. The SEC data that came out, we're top 3 in a lot of categories that matter to us, which is great for such a young group. And so, the consistency of continuing to understand that performance over results. Football's a cruel game, and sometimes that's just the way the ball falls, and it's a great opportunity for us to learn from it and grow from it. They were off yesterday and the day before, and today was our first session in cold weather, rainy. They were out, they were flying, they were energetic, and it was a really good session.
You got girls like Allie and Zoe that have been through this postseason thing before. How much do you rely on their leadership and talking to some of the players that haven't?
I just we kind of addressed it's a really cool experience as part of going down to a destination tournament, if you will. We did the administration's been awesome in supporting us to go, and we stay in these incredible venues, and you're right there on the beach. You're going to go to some unbelievable restaurants. You're going to get a chance to walk the beach and just fellowship and have that ability to even come together even more. And so we're really excited. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer, but it's something that, again, is a culmination of the hard work that each and every one of the players and staff have put in.
Okay. Speaking of the growth mindset, there was a time with this program where playing in the postseason in general was pretty rare. Now it's kind of the standard for you guys, I guess. With new players coming in and buying into that, have you seen them kind of, realize or actualize that? That expectation.
Yeah, it's funny because when you went through that stretch where you had some tough losses, it was a lot of them didn't know what that felt like, and some of the players from last year didn't know what that felt like, and so you're trying to normalize. Where we are again in our organizational phase, and you've got 4 losses in the SEC. 3 of them are to 1, 2, and 3 that finished. Then you got to try and normalize it. It's like, nothing's happened, right? We've got to continue to do the things that matter to us, and we kind of got away from that in some elements, in some areas, and that was the challenge that we as a staff kind of shared with the team today. Is if we go back to the things that we're capable of, then we're going to be in every game with the opportunity to win. When we don't, we probably don't give ourselves the best chance to get a result. And so it's just, again, it's been a group that's been a lot of fun. They've worked really, really hard. There's a really solid foundation of what we're trying to do, and it's very evident, and very, very blessed, but also just proud of the growth that we've had, with where we are right now.
Allie, postseason time again, SEC tournament first. Just what's the excitement that you feel when it comes to this time of year?
Just like it's like a one and done kind of thing, and I think that brings everyone's levels up to just play our hardest because we don't know if we have another game. So I think that's the beautiful thing about it, which you can look at it at different perspectives. But me personally, it gives me more drive to want to succeed so we can play as many games as we can. And postseason being in Pensacola, it's a beautiful place to be. It's like always my favorite time of year, so I'm excited for just to go back out there.
Do you see this as a team that's, I guess, fitted for that kind of play, especially considering some of your best performances have come kind of in those high-pressure games?
Yeah, I think usually you don't see it a lot with younger teams, but with us, I do think that when we are under pressure, we play a lot better. So these games, we rise to the occasion. So I think this is going to be a great test for us to keep pushing for one another.
And I guess, what do you feel like is different this year compared to last year in terms of preparation for this, whether that be team-wide or your role in the team now that you're in more of a leadership position?
For me personally, like obviously this is my last postseason, so it's a little more emotional. But on the flip side of it, I do know like how it goes and how to best navigate the younger girls. So me being able to give them advice and lead them from a different perspective is nice. But obviously for me, it is more of an emotional time for me because it is one and done. So, but that just helps me continue to keep pushing.
Getting ready for postseason, I guess, what has this week been like? Just kind of resetting and focusing on what's next?
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. I think all of us are really excited to be here and be in the postseason. Obviously, it's, something to be thankful for a lot. We have a lot of gratitude for. So, honestly, it's just been trying to get better every day. We're still trying to do that, no matter, what time of year it is. It's the same mentality. Let's get better every day, however we do that. That's how we do it, so, yeah.
Coach talks about focusing more on the actual performance rather than the result. How does he get that across to you guys, and how do y'all use that information?
Yeah, I think it's just about, honestly, just our standards and our non-negotiables and, holding each other accountable for that in practice, even off the field to some degree too. So I think it's just the same thing. It's just if it's being dangerous going forward, if it's just counter-pressing, just stuff like that we've already ingrained and, been able to emphasize in our play throughout the year. I think it's just, again, focusing more on those performances and then, the results will come,
Y'all followed up the rough patch with a couple of really good defensive performances. I guess from your perspective, what kind of changed, whether it was tactically or mindset-wise, about you guys kind of locking things down a little bit more?
Yeah, I just think, honestly, every game's different, so it's just a different, sometimes it's a different approach and things like that, and, things happen, all the time, as defense, eventually you're going to concede a goal. It happens. Of course, we don't want to, but I don't know. I think all of us, we've reflected on the things we've made mistakes on, and we try to do better the next time and learn from them, so I think we've been able to do that, not only this past string of games, but, from the beginning of the season to now, so, yeah, a lot of credit to the coaches and, everybody, not just, just the defense, but the offense as well.